Hey guys, Ash from Off-Grid Mojo here with an update. I just rode from Nyora down to Bass Landing River, which comes out at Western Port. I think the tide's on its way in. Anyway, it took a few hours to get here, had a few stops along the way. But this here is one of my favourite spots to come, good little fishing spot. And that's what I'm here to do. Actually, a little bit of fishing, let's just pan out a bit there. It actually looks heaps better when the tide is in, but gives you a bit of an idea of where I'm at. And a lot of people fish. I'll zoom in for you. There's a little sort of a platform area there. It's just dirt, but that's pretty much where everyone sort of sets up and fishes. And I'll take some more footage tomorrow. It's going to be a nice day tomorrow. That little fence over there with the sign on it, that is actually private property. And I've met the farmer who owns that property, and he only lets sort of people in there that he's met face to face, and he gives permission to. He's actually given me permission to go there and camp out there, but I haven't done so yet. I haven't seen him for a while, and I don't want to presume to just go in there without actually seeing him again. It was months and months ago that I saw him, and that's when I was in my camper van, so I want to wait until I see him again and ask his permission once again. So anyway, here we are, and there's the quad. I'm going to show you something here. This first iteration of the black core flute, it's still doing the job, but it looks shite. It's all deformed, and I don't know if you can see that down in through there, but it's all bloody wonky and stuff. So anyway, look, it was all right because I didn't have the money at the time to get the more expensive, thicker 8mm core flute, and this iteration allowed me to get out and about now while I save up for the other stuff. The only issue is it's taken me bloody ages to do that. It's probably only going to take about 30 seconds to rip it all down. But I'm thinking I will use the old black flute as a template for the other one. So I'll just, line the other stuff up in sheets, sticky tape down, gaffer tape down, and then stick this on top, mark it with a texter, and then go through and cut it, and hopefully I can just put it up in one single thing and not three like this, which is just shit. Anyway, and I probably will do another wrap. Not another wrap, I will do a wrap. I haven't done one yet. Anyway, there's the road to come down. I'll put a bunch of stuff up included in this upload, which will give you a better idea. But tomorrow is going to be a much better day for doing some filming, and it's tomorrow when I'll be doing the fishing as well. So that'll be then. Alright guys, ciao for now. Good morning guys, just down here by the river, just about to do a little bit of fishing. Got me rod there. I'm going to flick around some soft plastics. I've never fished with soft plastic. Well, I've never fished here at all before, to be honest. I've camped here a gazillion times and had come here meaning to fish and just had never done it. So anyway, we're going to get into it. Hopefully I'll catch a fish and show you that as well. Alright, like a few baits. Okay, we've got a bird over there. Zoom in, stalking, looking for his breakfast. I don't know how well you can see that. Hopefully, pretty good. Zoom in a bit more. Why does that keep moving? Exactly. There you go. I don't think that's going to be very good. He's about to launch. He's spotted something. He's very still. There he goes. No? Yes? Go. Get it. Get your breakfast. Go. Okay, it's taking a long time. I'm starting to lose interest holding this thing up. Alright, that's enough. Ninja. Yeah, just want to let you know, guys, just met a couple of really nice fishery guys, Ben and Ben. If you're watching, guys, thanks for stopping by, and they were lovely chaps. And they had a look at my rig. I showed them the quad and everything, and they were very impressed. And pardon me, I had a few wines last night. Never a good thing, but it was last night. Anyway, yeah, a couple of lovely guys. Always a pleasure to meet some fellas or ladies that are authority figures, that their power hasn't gone to their head. These guys were very nice chaps, very humbling, and not a bad bone in them. So tip my hat to you, Ben and Ben. Hopefully meet you guys again down the track. Alright guys, stay safe. Ciao. There is this beautiful little blue bonneted wren that's around this campground that I'm at. Every time he shows himself, I just not quick enough to get the video stuff happening. And it's tearing me apart because he's so beautiful, and I wanted to show you guys that by far my favourite bird. Those and the really deep coloured rosellas are my two favourite birds. But it's these little blue wrens you don't see them as often as you see rosellas. Obviously they're a very small bird, but here's a little magpie over here, and he's looking for his breakfast. Hello buddy. I don't know what this zoom quality is like. I don't think it's very good. And why does this thing keep moving? Why do I have to keep adjusting the bloody thing? What if I just... He's here. Can you see him? This zoom is no good. Where he is sitting up there. Ah, the clarity is not good. He was right next to me yesterday afternoon. He was like, oh, there he goes. Oh, man. Oh, you know, you saw him kind of. I've got to get some better recording equipment because it's just not doing justice, this thing. Anyway, alright. Take two. Hopefully he'll come back and be closer. Here I am again at this beautiful scenic lookout on the road, or down off the road of Nyora St Heliers Road. It's called the Shuntoff. It's a better day here today than it was last time I took the footage, and but it's just absolutely gobsmacking. And I didn't tell you last time, that landmass at the back is actually French Island. I don't know if you're familiar with Victoria, guys, but we have two islands in Western Port Bay. One of them's called French Island, which is this one that you're seeing, and Phillip Island is around over yonder way. I think you can actually see the tip of it up through there. I think that's the tip of it there. Anyway, I've been to both of those islands. I've got a couple of friends on Phillip Island and French Island. I used to go camping and hunting over there when I was a kid. It's a great little spot to get away. You've got to catch a ferry to get over there, and that will be one of the destinations that I'll be vlogging and cataloguing as well, but I don't know if I'll be able to take the quad because it's so heavy, and the roads over there are really sandy, like, you know, beach sandy kind of stuff, and real sloshy. So if I go over there, it might have to be on the trike with fat wheels, like beach wheels sort of thing. So anyway, I'm coming up the mountain from Granville to get up here, and it's pretty much bloody you know, straight uphill pretty much all the way. Anyway, I think the Bafang electric assist motor overheated a few times because it just cut out. I was in level 9. And then I cut it back to level 4, and I was good for a bit, and then it cut out again. And then I put it to level 2, and I rode for maybe another couple of 100 metres, and then it cut out. Thankfully, I only had about 300 metres left to go to get to this scenic lookout. So I'm taking this footage, and I'm going to have a bite to eat because I think it's 10 to 2 in the afternoon here on Wednesday, November something, and I'm just going to let it cool down. So that's the go. Also the other day, actually I'll just spin this around, hang on a sec. Yeah, the other day when I picked this quad up, the last time I took it out, I had a bag of ice in the Waco, the fridge, and I'd left it there, and I turned the fridge off. And I've done this before, and there's never been any issues, but for some reason, this time it leaked everywhere. The whole quad was flooded, the living module, and luckily I've got all my batteries and everything in another compartment inside the quad where it's, you know, it can't get wet, but there's a few like cables and things which were dangling around in the water, and I cleaned it up as best I could, but there are areas in there, cocky. There are areas in there that I can't get to unless I rip everything out. So I wasn't able to use the inverter for obvious reasons, because with all that water still in there, it's just too risky. You know, there could be a split in one of the cables, and that'll charge the water, and that would not be good. So I'm going to have to get that new 8mm core flute really soon, and when I rip the black flute off, then I'll be able to get in there and dry everything properly and fix some things up that I was a bit in a rush the first time, and I did a bit of a bodgy job. I mean, everything works and you don't see it, so it's not an issue, but I know it's there and it ain't great. So I'll be able to fix all that up, clean it all up, and get the right core flute and just get it looking schmicko. But until then, I can still ride it, but I can't use the inverter because of all the water still in there. And I don't see it drying up anytime soon, because it is basically an esky itself, this living module. I mean, it's so insulated that, you know, any water in there on the floor is never really going to have a chance to dry up. So anyway, that's how it is, and it's not that big a deal. I'm not using my tools at the moment, so that's where it is. Alright guys, I'll catch you soon. Ciao for now. Yeah, if anyone knows what could have happened when the Bafang just cut out like that, like the controller went blank, it just cut off power entirely. I did stick my hand on the motor itself a couple of times, on the casing, and it was quite hot. So I'm kind of guesstimating that is what's happened, is that it's just overheated, but I didn't see any alarms going or any errors or anything like that. It just totally cut out. It wasn't the battery, because it was only, you know, still had half power of the battery there. It had only gone down halfway. I did notice though that the voltage at a couple of instances dropped down to just below 36 volts. Yeah, so it was like 35 volts or something, when, normally it's, when it's fully charged, it's around about 40 volts. I never have it fully charged because it's always in trickle charge. So yeah, if anyone knows, if you've had any experience with that kind of thing happening, please chime in and leave a comment down below for me. I read all my comments, and that'd be great. I'm pretty sure it just got hot. I've pulled over at this spot, the Scenic Lookout, and it's cooling down. I just went over there and touched the casing of the motor again, and it's really cool now. There's no heat at all. I've probably been here for about half an hour. I'm going to take off again in a minute. I've got to get back over to my son. He's got some medical issues and I need to go and sort all that out. So hence I'm heading back a little bit early. I wouldn't normally be going back there until Friday, but family comes first. So alright guys, I'll chat to you later. Ciao for now.